Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. Shaun Driver, the Red Horde. It is the Welsh Derby. It is at Wrexham. It is time for a special with Rob and Ryan doing the commentary. So I just anticipate everybody's potentially logging in on there. Wonder if there's anybody going to be giving blessing to the Mark Griffiths. And yes, for Canadians, as identified by Shreya Briscoe. For any Canadians, it looks like DAZN has the Rob and Ryan commentary for free. Well, are included in that package if you've registered with the Zone, so you can choose that. Or the Sky Sports broadcasters, Mark on his own on the audio, because this will be covered by regional carriers or international carriers. So go ahead and do that. Hello to everybody already in the chat. Reminder to hit that like button and let the algorithm know that we're here. And as always, joined by Brendan, who's holding down the fort doing the producer stuff, and probably will have to jump in for 10-15 minutes, hopefully during the half, while I run and get a second child, because I've got one sick child and one healing and recovering wife in the room next door, passed out and asleep. So, Brendan, how the hell are you?
I am good. Excited for this. We got to get back on track with a big win here today. So, this is going to be big.
Every game is just going to become the biggest of the season, isn't that true? With how many we got left? 9 left. We're being chased, and the 3 ahead of us are within distance, but we're going to have to do some work, and they're going to have some stuff that allows us to get up there. And exciting times at my house. Exciting indeed. I am freaking exhausted, but I also contributed a bunch of hours of work today for starting this morning, and so things are good. I can squeeze out some time and not feel guilty about not getting enough done. Yeehaw! Get a win. I've put in my efforts. I've held things down. I'm ready for some good news. I don't want to go through a crappy weekend, and Wrexham losses tend to impact me for an extended period of time. So what are we expecting? Woody says must win. We're getting close to must win. I mean, it depends on what happens. We were out with Southampton, although frustratingly so, taking on a lower level team during the week with, I believe it was West Brom. I'm just trying to panic that it was West Brom that they were playing, and they were down until the 90th minute. It was West Brom. Down until 90th minute +1, and the Canadian, the old dog, Kyle Larin, somehow finds and scores the 90th +1 to at least get a point out. Otherwise, they would have been shut out and would have been in a much better situation going forward. It is what it is. The big guys, and that being the teams that are ahead of us, they all pull ahead with wins. Derby County, they end up staying with us. Southampton only gets 1 point, and it invites Watford back into the equation. We are still 3 points up. We do have a game in hand over some of them, but when you look at things, Brendan, what's your essential sense of where we at? Or is this going to be a 4-team shootout for 6th? Is there still an opportunity to come up and rake back Hull City, Ipswich, Millwall, or otherwise?
I think Ipswich is probably untouchable. I think it's the potential for Millwall or Hull, depending on how they play. And we still just got to go do our thing. We got to go get our 75 points, right? Like, we didn't start off great, but we got to go get our 5 wins and 3 draws, and everything else just fall where it will.
Where it will. Yep. And don't have to look as much at the scoreboards around us and hope for success and all that sort of stuff. But I'll tell you, everybody who's below 12th will be searching for something. Here's a question for you: if you're Swansea, you've got this earmarked as a way to get back into it. They have climbed themselves up into 11th. They've played an extra game. They're sitting at 52 points. That puts them 5 points back. They're looking at this and saying, we win. Depending on what happens around us, we're at 55 points, and we have the possibility of sitting somewhere between 7th through 10th going through things. We haven't given much love to Swansea through the season, but to their credit, they beat the wheels off of us in the last match. Do you think that they're a threat?
I don't know. I mean, again, like, it's all up to us. I think when we're playing well, we can beat anybody. And there's only a couple teams that maybe out talent us if we're on our game and they're on theirs, maybe Middlesbrough, Coventry beat us, but otherwise, I think everyone else, is a team we can beat if we're playing well. So.
Yeah, I'm with you there. The problem is we still have our hitch steps, and hopefully we don't have a frequency of those, especially considering the injury stuff that we're dealing with. One of the things that I saw on the crazy world of social media and people talking was, I believe it was Wrexham Reds on Facebook, who suggested, and usually they're not completely out of it, that there may have been inquiries and as to whether there's a Scottish Viking Jesus who's of sufficient, and I know he's at the stadium, as was just said in the chat, whether there's sufficient health and interest and capacity for that said Scottish Viking Jesus to fill a free agency spot given the injuries that the team has suffered. I think we need midfielders, but I also can't say no. I don't know whether he's fit, whether he has a role. Is it just crazy pipe dream? Is there actually he's not able to hang? What's your take if he was brought into the fold, having to slide in because there's injuries? And Steve,
love you. By the way, your video froze when you fooled around with the camera before and hasn't come back, but your audio is fine.
Unplug again, but thank you.
So based on what he does, based on what we know he is, which is a guy capable of showing incredible quality, as long as you're not asking him to run for more than 15 minutes, then yeah, Fletcher's more than capable of being that guy. So we lost Shaun there. His connection with his audio and video obviously wasn't good. Now he's back.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I was saying, based on what we know he can do and how talented he is, he doesn't have to be – he scores without having to use speed or incredible athleticism. He just has quality. So even at an advanced stage and maybe not the endurance that others have, he can still get it done as long as you're not asking him to go more than 15 minutes. So put him in at the end of a game and throw him in front of the net and try to get the ball to him, and magic should happen. So
definitely something to assess and figure out. Identified there, Coutinho and Kent potentially in, looking at other free bodies who might be able to slide in. Interesting, Ryan Kent, formerly of MLS, and still, 29 years of age, not outside the range, maybe a loan and an opportunity to play this part of the season, if not going back to Seattle, is something that's an option. I don't know. And you've got Philippe Coutinho, Serie A. He's had 3 games. He's an attacking midfielder and a free agent at 33, who would welcome probably an opportunity to get in. So there are players out there who bring quality, whether that's to what we're looking at or not, whether they can find a deal that fits. You're adding an attacking mid in Coutinho, and you're adding a forward/winger in Kent. Certainly an interesting concept in Steve. He's feeling it today.
Yeah, crazy again. We haven't even really started,
Started anything. Slow down. Love you. Appreciate it. Don't know what else to say except thank you, and I'm glad that you were enjoying this enough to be able to donate to keeping us going and coffee running and pay off some of the bills for the equipment and stuff. That
Steve's super nice, and it's probably because he lives in Orlando and has great weather the majority of the time, right?
Yeah, fair enough. That's why us Canadians are so crabby all the time. Freaking cold weather and rain. Should we jump into the rosters here? We got 19 minutes to kick off. I'm to zone on the Rhine thing, and I don't know if I have to refresh. Sometimes you have to do that. So if anybody ends up catching that it's delayed and catching that it loads up, just make sure you throw it in the chat to my fellow Canucks to let us know that's rolling. RKO identifying, haven't heard that name, that being Coutinho, Liverpool Rangers. And I pronounced this wrong, but I shouldn't. Is it Fenerbahce? And Seattle. And so we'll see what, you know what, that the part that bothers me and concerns me is that there's just so many injuries. Holy Steve.
Steve apparently has taken out a third mortgage to
donate it to gift memberships. We need the Oprah meme, and you get a membership, and you become a sponsor, and you become a sponsor, and you. Much appreciation. No need to continue, man. Oh, and Tucky becomes one. Good score on that find. So let's bring up the rosters. Where did I put them? Over here. I think it's pretty straightforward because there's not much to ask because there's enough injuries that we know what we're going to do. Assuming it's up, Brendan, yeah?
Yes.
Ogonkwo in goal, Kluwerth, Chaim, or Doyle on the bench. That means that both Scar and Brush are there to fill in as defenders as required. On the right side with Kabore instead of Longman. Sure. Talks about Barney being one of the players that's going to be out at the end of the season. It'll be interesting to see. It'd be sort of unfortunate. Wasn't given us off, but just too much depth on that right side. And I guess Thomason's stealing the part on the left side. It's interesting what you can think of Barney if Thomason didn't fit on the left side and it had to be Longman playing off wing and Kabore. You'd certainly be seeing Barney coming in almost every game to spell. And so butterfly effects and all that sort of stuff, changing the dynamic for his career potentially. The big questions, well, not questions. You got to go with what you got. What you got is Viner and O'Brien. I don't know if you are going to argue that Keeler Dunn or Windass or Rathbone or Broadhead are appropriate to slide back into that holding mid position. I don't think that they are. The challenge for me is Viner had himself maybe one of the worst games we've seen of a Wrexham player since the takeover in the last game against Hull City. There were at least 5. Well, and that was in the first half because I had to take off. I don't know whether there were more, but at least 5 giveaways. And, well, he was out, I guess, for the second half. He was a sub, so it's all he could have done. Passes to the opposing team or balls that were easily turned over to the whole team, direct cause of, and he's back in the lineup, which is nerve-wracking. But you also think he's a veteran, and you look at his general body of work, and you think the guy should have it figured out. Make you nervous, Brendan?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, okay, we're going to need him, right? Like, if we could afford to bench him and not play him again, then his performance was worthy of that. It wasn't bad; it was atrocious. So, yes, I would be fine being done, but we can't afford that. So, I think Parkey had to make a decision and go throw him back in there, and then hope he turns it around. You can't really afford to him start out bad. So, if so, they got to sub quickly. And I think what they have to do, and I think it would make a ton of sense, is put Thomason back there. And
I think that's the only option you have is Thomason has to go back there with O'Brien.
Bring on
Barney and
bring on Longman and throw him on the other side. So
yeah, Longman could go straight over in that instance. It'll be an interesting one to see how this all boils down. I mean, you look at Viner and his statistics and recognizing Swansea, they pressed the hell out of us in the first game, which is a one way that teams have found success against Wrexham. And they build through the floor. So if he has passing as a weapon, then I hope he finds it. And here's part of my thought process: is there's always a feeling out period with when you join a new squad. Not always. You either find somebody either jumps right in and they find magic immediately, or it takes a while for them to find their form. Things I like about him is he may be the best communicator on the team. At least you can see him. I don't like the fact that sometimes he's lazy and doesn't chase after and then just opts to direct, but he communicates well. If he can find his foot and find some passing in a game where he knows he's going to be pressed and beat some men, then we're on the counterattack and we're on the push and we're on the front and we're going forward the way that we want to. If he fails and gives it away against a team that is pressing, they're coming downhill at us and we're just going to get eaten alive. So to me, Mr. Viner plays a massive role in the outcome of the game. And let's see where that's at. LOB that's there, comfortable with the ball, appropriate to have in the context of a press, as I heard crying and makes no sense to me, with school being and Mike and the eldest being at least asleep. So Thomason on the left wing, and then up front you've got Rathbone, Broadhead, Smith. Rathbone, him eking out starts has been difficult to do, but Windass has been not at optimal for probably about 4 or 5 starts now, I would say. And so I think given Rathbone's body of work, you've got to put him in with Broadhead, and then you've got no other option other than Smith. Let me ask you this question, because I didn't see the second half. As far as Carter Martery coming in, online, they had said that he made a good account of himself. What was your take of what you saw from the 10 minutes?
I think I'm a tough grader, and I thought he made a very good account of himself.
So obviously an option there, and over Rodriguez. And so the question is I suspect you'll see Windass and or Keeler Dunn at some point in this one coming in to support and back up and fill the boots of our attacking mids. I don't see anybody going back as a defensive mid unless it's for Viner, and that means we're in trouble. If Viner can play 90 minutes, that means we're winning the game. That's the way I look at today. So, and Deandra throws out a sigh. I'll need context. I don't know to which you are sighing.
She's sighing that she's missing everything on Paramount, where it seems to be a reunion, and they're bringing in everybody, and they had Wayne on, and Fletcher, and Palmer, and Tozer, and Foster, and so.
Oh, interesting. Wayne approximates that only one attendance of tourists or fans from other countries who travel to Wales for each game. I would have assumed it was more than that, because when I was there, what threw me off was how many North American accents I heard. You would hear all Welsh on the street, and then you'd go into the restaurants, and it would be 25 to 33% North American accents. So I find that interesting because, yeah. Anyways. I think if a CDM needs to be subbed, we may bring Scar on and send Cluworth up. I would go Doyle up. If you had to do that, and it's a good point from Shariah that she brought forward, is what if we're looking the wrong way and saying Thomason slides over? Can you take one of, and let's throw, I mean, we're not going to include Scar Hyam in that equation, I don't think, but between Cluworth, Doyle, and Brunt, if you had to bring one of those guys up to be a hold mid, who would you see in that role?
I mean, I think Doyle's probably the best bet, but I don't know that Brunt's that far off. So,
yeah, I like Doyle, or sorry, I like Brunt. He's a little bit more aggressive than Doyle through the midfield with intercepting ball, and he seems to have an eye for it. Yeah. And so, as far as being a disruptor and somebody who's maybe able to jump somebody to take a pass and go the other way, he has that option. And I like safety of knowing I have 3 defenders. Oh, did I lose my camera again?
No, you're good.
Interesting. A light went off. Score predictions. We're yelled at for the chat. Then we'll do just a brief look at the Swansea lineup. But what do we got for score predictions? Do you have one there, Brendan?
2-0.
2-0. So we're going Swansea. Don't score a lot of points. 44 goals. And they're dead even on goals for and goals against. They allow slightly less than us. I'm going to say, because we've got problems in the holding midfield position, and there's going to be an opportunity for something where we're going to sit there and scratch our heads and wonder what the hell happens. You know what? I'm going to go big. I'm going to go 3-2.
Yeah, I was thinking 3-1, but I wanted to. I don't know. Like, every time I think that, it ends up being like a rainy night and everything gets difficult. And yeah.
I think there's enough going to be giddy up on our on our end. They've got. If you brought their lineup up, we might as well just have a quick look at it, because it's really, really simple to assess. Ooh, 3-1 to the Swans. It says David Wood. Okay, then that makes sense. Thanks, David, for doing what you do for the channel, for the club. When you look at their roster, the only interesting as far as stats are concerned is they're missing, and now I forgot who it was that they're missing. Somebody key in their midfield that they've taken out that's normally there. Was it Franco? Franco in their midfield, and so they've got hiccup potentially there. And to bring them in, they're going with a couple of players that you don't see as frequently. But the real all that matters is their number 9. You look at their goals for the season, and I'll just read out their drop is Cullen not in the lineup. He's their second leading scorer. He's on the bench. So that means you've gone from Vopotnik, who has 17 goals for the year. And then as far as the next on the list with the starting 11, you jump all the way down to Galbraith, who has 3. That is a massive. You're going to be looking at Timon to stir the drink as far as passing. He's got 9 assists, and he's that guy for them. So Timon from the midfield position, Vopotnik are going to score it up, and that's really where you shut down Vopotnik, you win the game. So if Viner can win, Vopotnik doesn't play. It's the story of the V's. I wasn't going to say what I was going to say in my head. I swallowed that one because it had to do with virginity, and it probably wouldn't have been appropriate to go with 3 V's and get the alliteration going. But that's going to be the storyline. Vigeroux, the regular starting keeper, and the only one was it the Welsh guy? Cullen, yeah. And that surprised me that they're not going to go. They're playing Wrexham, a Swansea team, with a Welsh guy against a Welsh player in the Welsh derby, and they put him on the bench. So we'll see. But 3-2, that's my prediction. We'll have at it. And I'm still 7 minutes away from hopefully this thing loading up here. What to add? I thought we were going to have a whole bunch of stuff to cover, and I kind of blasted through that. I guess I could figure. Oh, I know who the other midfielder was that they don't have a lot. Ji Sung, the Korean midfielder. So they've got 2 midfielders that they don't traditionally go with. Nunez is one of them, number 18. This is only his 4th start of the year. He's only had 350 minutes to date, and so he's lining up. So they've gone with and I don't know whether this is load management. I don't know if this is to save some guys to come in late and they can hold off, but they don't have the same injury problems that we have. They've decided and elected to go with and at the same position to go with a couple of players that aren't the regular starters, Knox or otherwise. I'm not 100% certain. Midfield wins today, and that's basically where we're at. Brendan, you got anything to jump in and help me out as we've got 6 minutes to kick off, and we're.
For me, I just want to say that I like this lineup where you have O'Brien, Rathbone, Smith, and either Windass or Broadhead in. I like all that speed and skill with the ball on the ground. So yeah, they could cause. They have the ability to score in a lot of different ways. I really just hate when we keep forcing it out wide to Kabore and hoping that he can beat his man enough to slice it in for a cross, and that's all we focus on. So
yeah,
with this group in, Broadhead can come back and carry it forward, and Smith works his tail off and is underrated in his ability to hold the ball up. So yeah, I really like this stuff. So.
DeAndre's saying I'm very consumed with jealousy here, which I feel horrible about because that was my concern, was not being able to get the Rob Terry as a treat.
Rob and Ryan are on the screen now.
R&R feed. Oh, and I just had them. It's up on mine. They say I still got watch live coverage on my screen, so I'm waiting still on DAZN Canada. But I'm almost not going to want to laugh and tell the stories and relay what's being communicated for poor Deanna out of fear that she's going to end up smashing the desk in her home or wherever she is when she watches the men's matches. We'll see. I hope everything's okay. ESPN doesn't have the game. I don't think. Correct. ESPN only picks up the FA, so they won't be picking up any more, same as Sportsnet in Canada. So you're watching this on DAZN Canada. You're watching this on Paramount Plus in the US. You're watching this on Sky in the UK. If you go to livesoccertv.com, you'll be able to find anywhere else that you'll be able to pick it up. And then there was the discussion about points home and away. The other thing to consider, Swansea City, the fourth, tied with the fourth worst away record in the championship. I don't want to jinx it by throwing it out. They have 5 wins for the year, 2 draws, and 11 losses so far with a -9. So the zone visuals are coming through. Can see R&R talking, but their audio isn't coming through. And am I hearing Rob and Ryan through your feed, Brendan, or am I hearing it through my phone?
Yeah, I just didn't know if everyone else can hear the okay. Feed. You can?
I can hear it in the background.
Deandra's saying no.
Oh no, I meant the Zone Canada. Always before you end up subscribing to something, jump on and see where it's at. So I'm just going to go to Live Soccer TV and click on Wrexham just so that I have the list that's here. So Live Soccer TV. If it's not with the national provider, they just elected not to pick it up, and you can send them hate mail afterwards. But Aruba, Disney Plus, and Disney Plus Premium Caribbean. And if they don't have the extra stream, I don't think you're going to be able to find it anywhere else. That's the risk. And if there's anybody else that has it, I have to be quiet to listen to the audio. Probably get in trouble for that as the copyright, but we'll see what ends up happening. It'll be interesting to see if I get a copyright notice, which happens every once in a while. But for me, you're allowed to raise the volume as we're waiting. So let me know if you're one where and you don't have it. If you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do that. I'm sitting 2 minutes away from kickoff, and I don't have it on my screen yet. So that's making me a little bit nervous. I don't have it on the regular coverage. I don't have it on the. So if you're on DAZN Canada, let me know if you're looking. Jason's clearly not. Jason's got problems waiting on it as well. I still think one of the highlights of the year for me was emailing DAZN at the very start of the season with the first game and saying, why don't you have this game that's not at 3 p.m.? Why is it not on DAZN? And they're like, we don't have the right. They said, you certainly do. I clicked a bunch of stuff, put it together to it, sent it back to them. We're going to get back to you after we talk to our lawyers. And then they came back and said, we're going to show the game. And I was like, you guys are absolutely out of you paid for the rights and you didn't know you could show the game. I figured they should give me a free subscription, but they refused. So enjoy the match. That's saying indeed we're apparently. Can you see where the players are? Are they out on the pitch, Brendan?
Yeah, they are. They're shaking hands. It's
well, you might have to cover it until I'm able to jump in here because I'm waiting.
I just screwed shit up.
Don't you hate it when that all happens?
They're going to start in the next 30 seconds or less.
Bryn's got my feed shows CBS Sports. You're on DAZN, Bryn? It's 1 p.m. I'm still staring at.
Rob thinks there's going to be a lot of goals. I'll just start it when I see the game start, and then we'll recalibrate once.
We'll recalibrate if and when. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm concerned. Oh, I got to spin in circle.
Fought the game started, so I haven't seen it yet. Here we go. They're over it. Wrexham with the ball to start.
And I've got it here. We're underway.
Start.
Rathbone gets it back, and I don't have any audio. Fast forwarding it. And they're talking. I don't have any audio. I'll worry about that as we got a 2-on-1. We're right early, and my feed pauses as the shot's taken, and Ogankos gets called upon to make an early save. 38 seconds into the match, and I've got to figure out why do I not have any audio on my Canadian DAZN. Let's find out if it's a broadcast problem. For Pete's sake.
Who screwed that up? Was that Hyam? Yep.
All right, now we got it. Maybe we got it.
Want to call out the time?
I'm going to update the live and follow along. Just watching, not to rub it into, but let's explain what's happening with what we see on the screen and what we see for the audio. Is we've got minute 32 knocked in, and it's going to go for a goal kick as an opportunity. So minute 37, minute 38, minute 40 coming up right now. I can't hear the broadcast, but I can hear the crowd. Is this an audio problem that you guys are getting into zone?
It's just on your feed. I can hear Rob and Ryan
minute
on mine.
50 is where I'm at. Ogonko get underway, but you've got the game in a box, and then you've got two others, a side view of Parky and a side view of Rob and Ryan talking. I just can't hear them as it's pushed forward and knocked out. And there's a long ball floating down, and David yells out goal just to freak everybody out. And I can hear the crowd noise, but not the audio. So if you're on DAZN, let me know if you're dealing with the same consequences. 2 minutes 15, Ogonko with his third restart already. Long ball searching Sam Smith. Rathbone neither get under it, so it's headed back, and Kluworth is going to grab it. He's just going to knock it out, and it's going to be a throw in Swansea right at the midfield stripe. For the love of God, still don't know what's going on. I just can hear them talking, can see them talking, but I can't hear them talking. But I can hear the crowd as it rolls down, and it's going to be a throw in left-hand side. Kluworth is going to take it 18 yards away. Focus on the game. Grab 3 points. That's the goal, and I'll do that until the audio gets corrected. They screwed up with R&R feed. Yep, they have. So it's not just me. We'll wait until they get clicked in and figures it out. And the problem is with the monkeys at DAZN, they just assume the feed's coming proper. So it won't be, if it's a problem on their end, they won't fix it till after the game's done. Throw in, Kabore, playing catch, Viner, nice little handle there, runs it towards the middle, has some open space. He's still going towards goal, 20 yards out, and I get a phone call coming in at the wrong time. Over to Kabore. He's going to go for a cross. It's up in the air, headed away, and nothing out of that one as it goes back. And now I got to hit the live button to refresh. As I'm going to have to put my do not disturb on. As it's mass chaos afternoon games, trying to get everything all figured out as Swansea coming the other way. Easily cleared it, but I don't know what the point of that was. There could have been nobody back there. Everybody was coming the other way with pace. Why would you just thump all down and get it across the line? At least chip it and give somebody some hope to get there. But hey, I'm not a pro. Moore with a hat on, sitting in the players' area. Is he in the players' area or in the bench? He's next to Dobson and James, but they had a little girl behind them, so it was an interesting place to sit as it advanced forward. Nunez, he had it on the left side, got spun out. It's going to be a throw-in. No, 0-0 on Sofa Score, 0-0 on the screen here. We're multiple cameras at the same time as it's Rathbone chasing it down, and he's not able to dig it out. Nunez has been everywhere, mid left-hand side, all over the place as it's back and scooped up to him, and he gets the first touch there. Dances around, beats Kabore, gets pushed in the back and hits the deck, but nothing given. Nothing should have been given, but it was an effective flop, I thought, potentially. Julie, are you on Sky in the UK?
She's in the US, I think.
I think that's where you are. Are you? I have their feet up, but I don't have them. I just hear the audios. Rathbone into the middle, knocked down. That was Kabango clearing 5 minutes and 20 seconds, and it's been them for the first minute and a half and us 3.5 minutes since, as it goes back to Ogonko for the pickup and the collect. I know it's their end because I can hear singing as Swansea right side diving forward, trip and falls does Thomason. It's looped up, dangerous for Potnick, but it's headed away by Hyam, and it'll be a throw-in on the right-hand side, 9 yards out. And they're working over the Swansea fans. John Lively is appropriate. Yeah, so the audio is working with Sky, which sucks because then it means that us in Canada, we're not going to get it because the monkey is on. They won't even know that it's not being played. But we're only getting... I can see them talking. Nunez with it. Draws it back. Burgess advances it forward. That's going to be Franco came in support. I'm wrong. Stamina. Middle of the pitch. 35 yards forward. Up to Galbraith. He's searching. Doesn't find anything there. Kabongo asks for it. He shall receive. And they're going to do center back kickabout. And away we go. 150 games with them as owners, Julia thinks they said. Does that make sense as far as 30, 60, 90? Yeah, about the... Hey, we've got him. Burgess with it. Over to Galbraith. Vigeroux, Swansea with the keeper with the ball. Swansea looking to build up. Extended possession, but nothing really coming forward. And man, the crowd is into it. To John's point. Flip to forward, long ball in, high. This game's just going to be uppercut after uppercut, hook after hook. The Swansea fans are feeling it. Wrexham fans have reason to feel it. It's what you want out of a derby so far. Broadhead trying to chase it down, unable to do so. I think that's Galbraith all the way over on the other side. He's going to do his far switch, looking for Nunez just inside the area. Borre's out there. Nunez knocks it down from the goal line, flipped up. Did that hit the top of the goal post and go over? Went behind for a goal kick. Playing Canada. Since 1867. They're gonna have to turn the gains up on Rob and Ryan because when the fans get going, you can't hear them. Midfield, Viner tries to get it up to Broadhead. He knocks it forward. Well done to collect. And another added touch. He's got Kabori over on the right-hand side. He's going to feed it to him. Coverage not there. It's flipped back up in the air. Up, headed towards the goal. And oh, it's dangerous. And Broadhead couldn't get much on it climbing the ladder. But I thought there's no way that's going in. But it had just one of those hanging balls, searching, holding up there. They almost wanted to get somebody to blow that to keep the ball up in the air as it was looking like it could go top bins in a looping arc. But Vigeroux gets over and gets his hands on it with an opportunity there. 8 minutes and 40 seconds in. If he got more on that, could he have got it the opposite corner?
No, keeper had it covered.
Was there? But now corner, right-footed in-swinger. Wrexham in an I formation, 7-8 yards away from goal. Break, right foot, in-swing. He punched away by Vigeroux, and he had to be there as Doyle was backdoor waiting on the ball. Galbraith has it up the wing. Nunez now, is he going to keep it in? They say he keeps it in. LOB with the pressure, trying to push it out, and he's got to hustle back as he's all the way too far forward in his regular position. Cabango. Burgess. Galbraith. Advances forward. Nunez left to run it on. Kluworth is there. Kabori's picking the man running up towards the goal, and it's going towards that, whoever that man is. Cut back pass and knocked out. We say it went out for a goal kick. They say it went for a corner, and I think it pointed for a goal kick. Dude, can I have a hug? Sorry, guys. That's awesome. I'm proud of you. So we'll go see what happens. We can't control it, but we'll go see what happens. Yeah?
Okay.
Cool. Cool. My eldest has a callback for a feature film in a large principal role. So I guess I'm doing that tomorrow. Sorry for being distracted on that one, but that was a pretty epic thing. So yeah, feature film like with lots of time. Wow. Wow. Broadhead with it. Ooh, boy. And I guess we got lines to go over. Rathbone all the way forward. 11 minutes and 5 seconds is where I'm at as Cleworth knocks it down and he's going to scoop it way back. It's almost like we're playing the inverse here. Swansea getting like some impressive counterattack opportunities, but it's us with more of the control trying to break them down going forward as Rathbone knocks it and Broadhead gets it free. He's got Thomason over 35 yards, an opportunity to counter, but Swansea back now. So it's going to be pick them apart again. Doyle, Broadhead, Thomason, left side, scoops it through the middle. We got Rathbone in the middle, right foot, and he couldn't get enough on it. And did he get a clip? Rathbone screaming foul. The windup for that ended up having him dig into the ground, and it was so awkward as the way that he struck it that you wonder, did you see a foul there? It had to be a foul, correct?
It's too far away for me to tell.
Yeah, it's not going to be as big as Deadpool. But no, it's a pretty cool gig if he's able to knock this one down. Headed Cleworth, not able to get it over Nunez. And maybe the call was right. 350 minutes before Mr. Nunez. He's added 12 to that season tally, but he's been looking all right as that's a throw-in and quickly got into Kabore. Is he going to take it or defer to Cleworth? He's going to take it and just give it to Cleworth. And away we go. The chat is quiet. Are we squeaky bum time already? Is that's what for Deandre's benefit? Rob saying that he didn't expect squeaky bum time 9 minutes in, and Rob Ryan saying just previously he was enjoying his third breath of the match. Throw in 20 out. We're in. This is break them down and find a way. We've looked solid. Just got to find a way in as it's Rathbone up to Cleworth. He's along the line, not able to get it past Timon. He cheated up from his backline position and knocked it free. And now it's Swansea over on the right-hand side looking to break forward. But that's Doyle who's headed it back the other way. And now it's a ping-pong battle just on their side. And they've beaten the man, and a great tackle there by Viner, who's looked good, and a foul as Thomason gets ripped down by Vabotnik. Has Cleworth always played that close to goal, like the man has turned into a midfielder? I think he has designs.
I don't know if they're telling him to do that. I can tell you that I would tell him not to do it. The place we keep getting burnt on is when they get by Cleworth because he's up too far.
Doyle, long restart, searching for Smith. Can't get there. Sheltered away by Cabango. (1:14 p.m.) 30 minutes left. So I think that'll be the plan. Is right at half, I will be blasting off to go and pick up the youngest, and we'll be back as VJ. How are you? Headed on, looking for Vabotnik. Heim gets over there, heads it not out as it's pushed back in. And away we go. Thomason, a nice little bit of catch. And is that LOB who's all the way forward over on the left-hand side? No, that's Broadhead. And here comes the cross. He's looking for Rathbone in behind. They had Smith searching forward and Rathbone following right behind him. And he tried to find Rathbone, but it was read well by the defender and it's cleared up the line. And here they go, a Swansea player running against three. And man, this Pereira guy, I think it says Donald on the back of his shirt. I opened that up. I'm just going from recollection rather than seeing it right here. Ronald, sorry. Pereira. He's trying to work the Swansea fans up every time it does the most useless thing. The ball rolls in for a throw-in. Come on. Come on. Fuck off. Burgess. Deandra, PTSD for watching the women. Nunez with Kabore on him. He draws it back. Galbraith, he's going to go further back. Viner, he's all the way forward. And it goes back to Vigeroux. Define wins, Dave. Key all the way back from his right back position, 35 yards. Oh, he missed Vabotnik, and Nunez tried to get to it. And the pass just a couple of feet too far forward, or it could have been a real opportunity. We'll take opportunity, and I need to breathe. I'm breathless watching this, and I need nicotine. Hi. Long ball. It has been as manic and as active as I've been trying to define it. It's been a solid game with. There's nobody's holding this up. As that's now Broadhead to LOB, forward to Thomason, Massa on the run. There's the cross, and whoa, too much energy. Steroids, PEDs, left foot throttle through the back by Thomason and misses absolutely everybody. Had 4 or 5 red jerseys running towards the Mitch, and he missed them. And throws it in. Galbraith plays it to him. Viner all the way forward. Man, I don't recall our holding mids. Wow. A tackle there by Vobotnik. Physical as he. Hopefully they call that both ways or let it go. And a pinball bounce, and all of a sudden it's 4 white jerseys running on 3 over to the right-hand side. Still coming forward, 25 yards, 18 yards, held up. And now we've got our defenders back. Fortunate there as they go to Tozer and Foster. Through the middle of Vobotnik into the area. He's going to flop, and it goes down. Shout for penalty, but that would have been the weakest call of all time as he just hits the deck. For as strong as he just played, he just went down. And a brilliant move there. They got around him, and now they're taking an opportunity 20 yards out. They're not going to take the chance. They're going to go back over to the right-hand side. Swansea searching. Pereira, Ronald scooped up. Long search. Kabore knocks it away. And is it going to go for a throw-in or get held in by Nunez? It's held in 6 yards. Cross coming. Our post. Nobody can climb the ladder, but it's knocked down by Ronald. And can he keep it in? He can't. And it goes in, goal kick. Holy crap, this game. 18 minutes, and I've said more words in the 18 minutes than I say typically over 90. Is it this manic to you, Brendan?
Yeah, this is intense. I like it, though.
Tell me I'm still on.
Yeah, you are.
Brendan might just be away from computer, or have I lost the chat?
No, you're here. There. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, but they could just be because I had to funnel my check, and I'll get you back in a second here. Audio problems everywhere, apparently. Do I have you now? Brendan, do I have you now?
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, I do. Okay, good. Swansea settling down. For Deandre's edification, Rob and Ryan are having a chat with Ben Tozer, and Wayne from the turf, joking about drinking beer and their incapacities and lack of ability in playing football. Right-hand side, leaving it there for the keeper to come and grab it. Vigeroux does, just on the edge of the 18-yard box. So I missed it if I asked you, but has this game seemed as manic and as crazy and as back and forth as we've seen all season?
Definitely, yeah.
Absolute bonkers so far. A brief little reprieve there, and now the search is on as Hyam's going with Vobotnik, and it's a gorgeous pass forward. Vobotnik's going to score it. Oh, my word! He's not going to score it. Ogonkwo's going to go down with the left arm on the man with 17 goals who's walked all alone. Hyam didn't get on his horse soon enough, and when he did, he's about the same pace as Vobotnik, but he was already beat because he was 2 feet behind, and that was a glorious save by Ogonkwo as Vobotnik back heels, goes low, and Ogonkwo gets the arm down and saves it. That was impressive. But Hyam's got to get on his horse early. Last man back, center back. What the? Your first man going. You can't get beat by a number 9 like that from that far away from goal. Corner coming, left-hand side, left-footed in-swinger, right-hand side, left-footed in-swinger. Right along the line, it's flat. Hyam. I was dangerously thinking own goal there, but that'll be a throw-in for us 2 yards away. Breathe. Oh, are they saying we touched that? I didn't think that that we'd touched that. But anyway, throw in for them 4 yards away. Kabore's up there covering Galbraith, and that's who's going to end up receiving it. Then Kabore jumps the wrong way and goes back and cover, and it's Timon who's grabbed it. The guy who threw it in 25 yards out, he's going to recycle back. Support back past to Timon. Timon spinning, Galbraith with it. They're searching. It's just jitterbug back and forth now. They've taken the chested down right at high. I mean, he knocks it down, but it's going to roll. That's Staminich. He gets it over left-hand side. Galbraith, he's looking for options. It's touched there. Knocked around. Galbraith 25 yards out. Scoop, far post, headed away. And can we get a man to settle it down? We can't as Cabango grabs it. And now it's to Key. They're coming forward and continuing to Franco with pressure. Now it's to backwards to Statch. And they're recycling again. I'm missing who Timon is by number, and it's scooped forward and nothing out of all of that build-up play. And we'll get a goal kick out of it. This game seems to be move the metronome one way and pause there for an extended period of time, and then move the metronome the other way and pause there for an extended period of time. So 22 minutes, 30 seconds in, and Okonkwo with the restart. You can't give away possession in a game like this because the teams are able to withhold and withstand pressure for such an extended period of time. Get it up the pitch, get it into a threatening position, get your touches in the box, and find something. And instead, that one just goes out, and it'll be a throw-in for Swansea. It's like you know it's coming, right? You can predict it's going to go out of bounds, right? You need to relieve the pressure. You need to maintain possession for a bit. You need to control, and instead, you give it away. Swansea looking to build. Can we turn it over in the midfield before it gets up into that threatening position? Broadhead gets a touch on it, but it's going to go out for a throw-in. Are you okay there, Brendan? I'm sitting there watching you on the screen. You look stressed and concerned. Like watching a high-level arm wrestling match. Yeah, it has been.
They're being too effective in our zone. I'm not happy with our defense.
It's enough to be nervy, right? Vigeroux looking for Nunez, and he's just going to put it out. And so what Okonkwo does, Vigeroux will do. It'll be a throw in here. Death row records on the coach's kit. Sweatshirt. And Clueworth, nice little pass up to Viner. He's going to stretch it for Stab Smith, who's could get behind the man, edge of the box, 18 yards. He's got 2 men in front of him, so he's going to look for a pass. Defers out. Viner's there's a kickback pass, and it's going to go to LOB, and instead of taking a shot, it's going to go to Doyle. Doyle, chip forward. Broadhead in the area. Can't get the first stab. There, shoots. Scores! Nathan Broadhead collects a rebound. That was take the best option available, and if you are denied, try again. Get denied, try again. And on the third time, he says pass, gets knocked down. He says shoot, gets knocked down. So he shoots again and pots it, and we're up 1-0 in the Welsh Derby, 24 minutes in. Thank you very much, Mr. Broadhead. What did you see, Brendan?
You're a little ahead, so I got all excited, and I was just prepping to celebrate with you. This is what Broadhead can do. You get him the ball, and he is the most clinical finisher that we have, and he did what he does.
It was a pass first that he was looking, didn't get it, touched to himself. And you know what? I thought there was 2 deflections in there, and I'll have to take it back because that was just his legs as a jitterbug going out and bringing the ball. I thought there was a touch there that Burgess was able to get on the ball. It wasn't. Broadhead steered it to himself before he potted it in. VJ, well done. LOB being smart enough to defer to the shooters. That's John Olson. An amazing comment there. VJ, thank you so much for the quid donation. Massively appreciate it. And John saying an assist to LOB with his muffin cannon. Being smart enough to defer to the shooters. 1-0. Keep it rolling because there's going to be goals in this thing. The uppercut hook. What we need is a groin tap as Rathbone tries. Well done. Steals it, knocks it off the defender, keeps it in, tries to find Viner with the throw-in, but can't. And then goes for a mass tackle and knocks it off of Galbraith's feet. Thomason's now changed it down. He gets a header. It's knocked free. Ronald trying to dig it out for Swansea. He's able to get a touch on it, and Swansea's going to eke out and slow down possession here as it's all manic over on the right-hand side to Key. Oh, listen to the broadcast. You don't have to be listening to me. You can come back and watch this a second time. You can watch them. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Stay for the chat. As long as you hit the like button and you stay. That's all I ask. Swansea with it, right-hand side. Can I abandon my child? I don't want to from daycare. Is that allowed? Advanced forward, Galbraith gets it back after a touch with Nunez. He goes up through the middle on the right-hand side. Stamanich now over to, is that Timon who's moved all the way up? And that is Timon had a touch. Nunez gets it across, but it's knocked down. But unfortunately it's knocked down and picked up by a Swansea player and is put forward and Ogonko wisely. Have we seen that one, Brendan? I don't think we've ever seen a collect outside of the 6-yard box from Ogonko all season. That was a solid 15, 16 yards away from goal that he ran to go and collect that high ball that was going over the far side.
No, he needs to. He needs to do this stuff. It's not difficult, so I'm glad he's finally doing it.
Doyle with a nice touch there, got it to Broadhead. It's collected back through LOB, and now it's over to Broadhead. I'm wondering if Parkey's taken off the reins on Viner and LOB to run forward, because they've been doing that a lot more. Long ball forward, searching to try and get it, but it's knocked about, and it's now LOB trying to collect. Viner. Do you recall the holding mids being as far into the attack as they have been in this game?
No, I don't feel comfortable with. I just don't think Viner's fast enough to get back. And with also, Doyle's going to cheat anytime he has an opportunity, and now Max is way up there. Hyam can't.
It's basically Hyam. Hyam can take on the whole team defensively, right?
Well, that's what they're doing, and I like this team is too good at striking back quickly and effectively. So I just don't think it's smart. Like, you got to keep at least two guys back.
Yeah, it's two things that come from that. Is Hyam also got caught out of position, and the other thing that arises from that is just hold on a second. Is here they come. Key 25 yards out, 18 yards out. He's searching for options. He's going to get it to Ronald, who's 9 yards out. Back to Key, looking into the middle of the box, doesn't find anything. So it's pass, and do they have an opportunity to cross? No, it gets banged off of a defender. And I can't see who they are. That was Broadhead, because the boxes are so small that the players are just red jerseys at the moment. It'll be a corner from the other side. Is this the best defense is the best offense? And in response to Swansea going all guns blazing down in Swansea and the way they played us, is this Parkey saying this is how we're going to beat them? Is we're going to match fire for fire instead of trying to hold back and counterattack? Let's break them down. And so there may be this may be just a one-game instruction on what to do, given that what you saw from Swansea earlier. LOB is able to head that cross down, but he gets it out, and it's going to get picked up by Nunez over on the right-hand side, and he's going to put it into the area. Ooh, and it was there for Kabongo, and did that get put straight over top by him? I think it did, as he's running back into position. Yeesh.
I don't think we have any choice, Shaun. I think we have a plethora of forwards and offensive players, and all of our defensive players are hurt. So, you got to go with what you have and just try to outscore them.
California Dave, Mr. Nicely's here. In contrast to the other Daves I know, looked for a handball shout there, didn't get it. Galbraith has it, 35 yards out, and he's going to draw it back. Stamanich. Why can I never remember that number 6 is Stamanich? It's Nunez now, 18-yard box. He's got Thomason on him. He's dancing towards the front. LOB goes in, knocks it away. They collide into each other. That would have been a yellow card, and for Doyle, if that was him that did it in the last matchup. But it said, goes back Stamanich, center back kickabout. And this is what we say about the metronome, and it's come the other way. So we look to withstand and withhold, and then go and hopefully get possession the other way. Viner's not able to get a boot on it, and he has a little bit of a patty before he gets back and covers Galbraith. Swung to the far side. Nunez has it. He's looking in the area. Right foot, cross, far post. Harmlessly rolls past everybody. I would have liked Ogonko to go and collect one 6-7 yards out and from far enough distance that he could have gone and got that. We got California Dave, Washington Dave, and I actually don't know where Mr. Wood is from. of the Daves I know. They show Robin Ryan's reaction on the big screen. Long ball forward, opportunity there, but Vision grabs it. It was Broadhead had an opportunity. Ball carries too heavy. Needed to get the sweepers off that thing. Let it bite. Yes, please, another goal. I'm Dave, and so is my wife. Drag down, throw in. They're going to complain. Rathbone's got the ball. Just play it in, absolutely, while they're pissing and moaning. Eke out the possession. It goes to Viner. He's going to draw it back, and there's Hyam. Doyle as Max had come all the way forward. Doyle now with it, left-hand side. Thomason, he's got an LO option, doesn't like it, so he goes back to Hyam. Hyam's got Max. Finds him. The press is on, so we're trying to find Red Kit, and it's advanced all the way forward. Not a good pass by Max, and he just gives it away. Knocked out by Smith, trying to eke out an extra possession and disrupt. There we go. Camarthan. Do I have that pronunciation right? Lester Dave. Brought forward. Burgess has it under control. Gets it to Cabango. Oh, that wasn't Cabango. That's Staminich. They need to change the 6 and the 5. Galbraith, left-hand side. Rathbone moving out on him. Galbraith just dragging the ball back as he's looking for options. Finally has somebody coming to him. Doesn't like it, so he fires back. And that's Burgess. Cabango. Right near their goal line. Or not goal line, 18-yard box. Now it's all the way back to Vigeroux. Mr. Harvey and Mr. Kerr sitting in the stands together, featured. And they've got us beat. Galbraith with it now. Left-hand side, 18-yard box, cross into the area. And Kabore coming back, knocks it back on the pass. And that was recovery defensively, but I don't know. Failed. Well, I guess Kabore left him out of position. And so Max thought he might have got to it, ignored Galbraith, and so both of them came back downhill on us. And instead, it's going to be a corner left-hand side. Players sporadically box, going far post, up in the air. Oh, beautiful punch by Ogonko. And that thing went out 30 yards before it gets collected by Swansea with authority on that one. Technique. Dangerous into the area. Oh, big save, Ogonko! Offside anyway, but still rang the bell as a long ball going forward, chipped right in front, 6 yards out, and Ogonko was able to get his hands on it. You kind of want that save to count as they've got 2 offside on that one being touched and still made the save. Still made the save. 2 defensive lapses, though. I think they're being identified, Brendan, a little bit more as the game is proceeding. The byproduct of going forward is you leave holes, and we're forgetting about defensive responsibilities, as that's chested down nicely and collected by Thomason. He's found Broadhead. Can he turn and do something? He gets clattered into the back and enough pressure for a free kick. And that's right. The tackle, it wasn't egregious, but you go through his back and he's got you framed out with enough pressure to knock him down, and it's a free kick. I don't know how you can't love Ogonko today. Listening to Ryan right now talking about being the Canadian diplomat and coming here and wanting everybody to have a ball and play nice on the field together. Here we go. Left foot towards the area, 18-yard box. It's only there for one player, and it's headed out of play. Hutu Dave? Is that how I'm pronouncing that? I can't remember. That looks like something my kids would write. 5 red jerseys around the 18-yard box on a restart, and I'm surprised you got to maintain that. You got to maintain that, Lewis O'Brien, and instead it's coming down the other way, but we're going to be able to grab it and play it as that gets cleared away by Doyle trying to get it to Cleworth. Can't do it, and Nunez grabs it and plays it behind everybody. But, of course, every loose ball they're finding right now is Galbraith goes the other way. Rathbone falls down 19 yards. Galbraith still dancing, jitterbug right towards the center of the pitch over to the right-hand side. Key. He's going to cross. Is that a shot? It's a far cross, too heavy, and out of play. And they're going back post, back post, back post, back post every single time. USA about to beat Canada in sledge hockey for a gold medal in the Paralympics. I don't expect it, but I really want Canada to beat the US in the World Baseball Classic. Just cause. You take our sport, we'll take yours. Ogonkwo with it. Flatline Frog, welcome to the party. Nice to have you join us as Ogonkwo gets us under the restart 6 yards away. Chested down, loose ball, picked up, Broadhead tries to scoop it to Thomason on the left-hand side. It's a midfield battle, and LOB to wrap off of his head. He can't. And Galbraith just seems to be a vacuum, a magnet. Whenever there's a loose ball, he seems to come up with it. He's got 3 defenders chasing after him before he loops it away and gives it away. Hi, I'm searching Kabori. He's going to get there. Does he have a chance? With that pace, he can knock it down just on the line. Well done. Searched him out. Now he's cutting towards the goal line, running on his man into the area, 2 yards out. And that pass and that attack ekes us out a corner as Kabori does the to the crowd. That was a gorgeous pass by Hyam. And Kabori gets there, beats Timon, and just looking for the opportunities before the pass gets knocked out for the corner. So from the right-hand side, hey, I think that's Kyran. Is that how I'm pronouncing it right? Do I just call you Fortune by design? Left foot in swinger, Lewis O'Brien, 6 yards, flat, all far post in there, headed up. And are we going to get a corner on the other side? Doyle's going to let it go, and he'll go and set it down as Rathbone goes and takes that one. So it's going to be LOB from the right, Rathbone from the left-footed in swinger coming from in front of the cop. Quick take, Doyle. And it's thought we were going to get another corner, but instead it's thrown out. Ball boy does his job, gets it quick to Rathbone all the way forward. Thomason, he's got it, slides it. Well done. Broadhead now running towards the middle, beats his man, but too heavy on the touch, and it gets cleared. How are we looking? You know what? This game has been both teams. It's 1-0. It could easily be 3-2. Nice power forward. Kabori, 10 yards out, crosses there, taken down. No, Smith went in the air, thought it was going to be higher, maybe, I don't know, but he was airborne and couldn't get his legs back on the ball that was down on the. I think he was expecting a header and he was getting ready to leap up in the air, and instead it went on the ground and he was too far gone. Little misread on the. This has been. I described it, Kieran, as a metronome that's really slow, heavy on one end. Swansea applying all the pressure, and then it comes back the other way, and it's us applying all the pressure. Ogonkwo has made one outstanding save that was legitimate. The player was offside off of Botnick. That had every reason to make this a 1-1 game. And he made one that, if not offside, and a glorious save anyways, could have made it 2-1. We've had our sniff around the end, but we've had the Broadhead with one shot, one goal. Put it in. It's been great defensively, because we've been sending so many men forward. A little bit suspected. It's Cleworth all the way up 25 yards out, pushes his man off, and it's now Viner. Viner swings, switch over to Thomas and knocks it down, looking to cross. Elects not to, gets it to Doyle. He leaves it for Broadhead. He's got to shelter away from a pressing Ronald, and he's turned the wrong way, but he beats his man, advances it forward and scoops the ball, and he can't as it gets knocked down. Swansea now collects and down as the metronome switch the other way with 5 minutes left until the half. It's a bad pass forward, and Kabori, ooh, that touch, sexy. Just keep it at his feet. I thought he was going to have to play it, but instead he knocks it down, and here comes a play into the area. Knocked down, loose ball, cleared out. And now it's all the way up forward to Ronald, and they're going to go for a run. Ronald has Thomason out on him. The battle is on, and grabbing. That's going to be a foul. Ronald's going to scream for yellow, but he went down way too soon. I don't think that was necessary to take him down, but we'll see what happens here. Gabalok, vamos. How are you? Ooh, no, he didn't go in the air. I don't know. Sam Smith, could he have got to that? Did he get fouled? No, he was trying to get it to his left leg and went up in the air to go and play it, and he just missed it all entirely trying to bicycle. Not bicycle, but what would you call that? Swim move. Flutter kick. Running full pace, realized he had the wrong foot forward, tried to flutter kick to get readjusted and threw himself off the timing. Shoulder charge, Doyle. Free kick again. Doyle not allowed to stand his place. As we saw this in the last month. This one, to be fair, a little bit more solid. His time and clatters into Doyle. And Doyle's just saying, I'm just standing here. Does he put anything into it? Franco. I don't know. Like, that's like taking a charge. Do you know what I mean, Brendan, in basketball?
Exactly.
He just took a charge. So are you going to call that a block? Or are you going to call that a charge? Maybe we got to start to look at FIAB to see how they
decide. You can't go get in someone's way and prevent them from, like getting to the ball, but that doesn't mean you have to get out of people's way either.
Agreed. I mean, he wasn't holding it up. He didn't go there and try to frame himself up and take the charge. He was over there playing the ball. Franco made a move and threw himself off, and instead we're going to get a 25, 30-yard entry into the area, and it's flipped on. Are they going to be able to save it before it goes out? It's framed up by Thomason, who gets a touch and has to lift it up. Broadhead advances it on and knocks that one down, and it's going to go out for a three. Setting up, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't think he intentionally to take a charge. Oh, Vobotnik trying to get his head on that one to scoop that out into the box, but it goes wide, and it'll be a goal kick for Ogonko, 44th minute. God. That kind of came out of nowhere, and that's Vobotnik's talent. He had Hyam and Kluwerth sheltered, and he still found a way to get to that ball in front of Hyam. Spetsnos, how are you? And we got the summary of the Daves here from Run. Red Dave is better than either Dibach, Little Dave, or me calling you 1-2 North Welsh slang for Carmarthen's Welsh dialect, Dave. Whew. Nicknames I can pronounce. That would help me, because Palmer in the box joining Rob and Ryan. It's knocked forward, knocked back. Viner gets it. Hyam up to Max Kluwerth. He's got Kabore 25 yards out, nothing forward, so he's going to draw it back, and Hyam's there to collect it. Switch. Are we going to put it on? It's over to Doyle, who's in the middle of the pitch, and he's going to chip it back, looking for Kabore. Grab there, 35 yards out with some space to move, so he's going to take on time and moving on. 18-yard jitterbugs, and he scoops it. Oh, that was a shot. He tried to right foot that outside of the foot and banana it into the corner, but he didn't get enough bend in the banana. I just said that, announcer. See, I'm learning soccer. Ball had the spin, just not the curl and the hook. Galbraith. Oh, you got a flop meme for me to throw up on that one as Galbraith just throws himself to the ground? That was weak. What are we at? 145. I am going to go as fast as I can to pick up my kid. As soon as we find out what added time is, and so I apologize for blasting off, but I will go and come back and be here as soon as I can, as we only have a minute of added time. Burgess gets it back. Cabango. Who's been our best player so far? Great question. Rathbone's had his moments. It's got to be Broadhead. Could it be anybody but Broadhead? He's had that I'm going to make this game my own all day sort of possessed personas. Video's going to give us a chance. There's 30 seconds and he kicks it out. Play it quickly there, Max, and let's go get a chance. Doesn't look like he's that interested. We're going to delay it and get to the whistle. Is that what we want to do? Long throw. Sam Smith can't get it. Rathbone's going to go and try and chase it down. It's got to get kicked out. We're going to eke out a corner. Ollie Rathbone. And the other reason I said that you got to love how Rathbone's been playing. Swan dives. They're absolutely swan dives. Oh, DeAndre, that was a good shout there for Arthur. Yeah, I think those would be the three. that we could go for. One last play, free kick, or it's not free kick, corner kick from the left-hand side, a corner. This will be a Lewis O'Brien left-footed in-swinger, and here comes the delivery. He's gone far post with it, and can we get up in the air? Header's there! Goal just across the face of goal! Doyle had it, and he was saying that he was passing it back. Why wouldn't you take the shot from there? Did he have an angle, or was he just saying, I have to play it back? Oh, I thought he had the angle, and nobody was there to clear that one in. An impressive half by the Wrexham, a full squad, and on it was their way as well. It was there for us. Blah. All right, I got to go. I'm going to pick up a kid, and I will be back. Brendan, thank you so much for covering the half, and I should see you probably 5-10 minutes into the second half, I'm guessing. I'm hoping faster than that. I'll catch you in a bit.
See you then. Thanks, Shaun. Shaun will be back shortly. I will attempt to persevere on with you guys during half. Seeing what's going on. I'll go through the wow, we got close to 100 people here on Friday. Nice. Weekend's looking good so far with a good start here, up 1-0. I'll bring up the stats. We can go over that. So I'm going to give me a second here. I'm just turning down the volume on my my feed from Rob and Ryan. So I don't know. So I usually have the stats up during the game on one of the screens. And the first 15 minutes, Wrexham's possession was through the roof. It was huge, at least 75% or more. And the last kind of 15 minutes have been all Swansea possession-wise, and we're now down to 36% on the possession. They have 0.7 for XG, and we have 0.64. Both teams have 6 total shots. They have 2 on target. We only have the 1. We both had 1 big chance. We didn't miss ours, and they missed theirs. They did well with the accurate passing, 247 for them for 86%. We only had 111 for 73%. So obviously we didn't have a lot of the ball. 4 fouls for us, 3 for them. And we had 4 corners to their 3. Surprisingly, we had 5 shots in the box. How do you have 5 shots in the box and only get 1 on target? That doesn't feel good. Again, they have most of the passing stats, defensive stats, fairly even. Same thing with duels. If you look at the FOTMob ratings, Broadhead has 7.9, Doyle 7.5, Okonkwo with a 7.1. But to Deandra's point, I think Arthur's had a fantastic game. Not much that he's doing wrong. And obviously, if you're a regular of this channel, I don't hold back when it comes to Arthur. I think there's too many things that he doesn't do that are fundamental and should be achievable for every keeper. And he lacks those items, and he's doing those well today, and he's doing the thing that he does great, which is an incredible shot stopper, quick reactions, and able to get to shots you think should be in. So he's doing a great job today, coming out, punching the ball out, not bobbling the ball, keeping the ball in on his kicks, a lot of good stuff. So, yeah, Woody, the Rob and Ryan thing is good. I think it's I don't know if you guys feel the same way. When I'm watching the Rob and Ryan feed at the same time as the game, obviously because they have a picture-in-picture, Rob doesn't want to keep talking because he's fixated on the game, right? And Ryan seems less passionate about the game, like genuinely passionate. And he's not as genuinely stressed as Rob is. So he's able to sit there and carry the load for the two of them by talking and storytelling and joking. Whereas Rob's just like, yeah, you guys do whatever you're going to do. And he's just zoned in on the game. I think it's pretty funny. I think I'd be more like Rob. I also think I'd be yelling and swearing and other things. And I bet you that's what Rob wants to do, but he's on camera and is somehow capable of holding back. Bryn always defending all the players. Very Canadian of Bryn. You're not allowed to criticize anybody except an American. So thanks, John. Yeah, I think we're here because of if Arthur wasn't doing as well as he is, he stopped shots. But just because you're good and it doesn't mean you can't be better. It doesn't mean you don't make mistakes. And there seems like there's obvious things that certain players can get better at, and I don't see any problem with pointing that out. So they get paid to do this. They're big boys. They can handle some criticism. Sway jumping in and stirring it with the Canadian McDavid comments. Thank goodness Shaun isn't here. You'd get them all wound up. All right, let me see what's going on. It's got to be a good some good picks here from they're showing squeeze that in. So if you didn't get a chance to see the feed, that was Rob and Ryan celebrating the goal there. I saw an opportunity to pop that on the screen and did. Hope you got to see it. Hopefully the picture took quickly. Right, let's see what else is on X here. See if they got any other good picks. Broadhead with his pose. That was a hell of a play. A lot of quality. He has the most quality, I think, on with the ability to dribble in tight spaces and switch legs. I think he's very, very good with his off leg. You at times you're wondering, is he a righty? Is he a lefty? He seems comfortable with both, right? So the only other person I think that demonstrates a lot of good with both feet, well, I guess there's more than one, but I guess Rathbone does very well on both feet. Kabore, when he cuts inside, looks pretty good. I've always thought Barney looked very good when he cuts in on his off foot. But he can't get on the pitch this year, so. What else we got going on here? Any more picks I can bring up? Yeah, I found some more. Good follow through there for. I really like how these pictures are obviously from field level. A little right of the goal and the cop end, and I don't ever see that photographer taking these pictures, but we always get them coming in on the Wrexham feed on X, and you obviously can tell the guy's professional. High quality, zoomed in, well in focus. Yes. Don't know what happened there. I guess my OBS disconnected for a second. Not sure what went on. Sorry. Let's see what else I can see here. You know what I can do? I can also do the table. We didn't really discuss the table. So with today's win, that would get that's the game in hand that we had on Hull. That brings us, if we were to continue on and win today, we would be within 3 of Hull. So we'd be holding fast in the 6th spot. Southampton would have a game in hand. Obviously, they're playing tomorrow against Coventry. So that looks like it'll be a tough game for them. If we were to win and Coventry beats Southampton tomorrow, which is reasonable, that would have a 2-game lead on them. That's 60 points to 54 points. So that's that would definitely feel good. The other team that can creep a little bit closer would be Derby. And let me see, who are they playing tomorrow? They're playing Portsmouth in Portsmouth. So more than winnable for them. Be nice if they lost or at least drew. If they don't get all the points, that would be nice. 60, 65, or 70 or 75. I can't do the subs. It's Woody, I apologize. I'll ask Shaun when he comes back to do it. He has the controls over the subs and the sub. He has the control over the polls, and those are YouTube controls, and I don't have any of the YouTube controls, so I can't do that for you. But I'm thinking 75 is what we need to get to. It's going to be difficult, but a win here today will get us quite a ways to getting there. I also think really rooting for Coventry, obviously, to beat Southampton tomorrow. But when you're looking and you're thinking we can only afford 2 losses more throughout the rest of this season, and you're thinking we got to play Middlesbrough and we got to play Coventry away at Coventry, those teams are very good teams, very, reasonable that we could lose to them. I'm hoping that both of those teams don't have anything to play for come those games. And if that's the case, then maybe they're subbing out guys. Maybe they're not coming with the passion that obviously we would have at that point, because we would still be fighting to stay in the playoff hunt. So that being said, those games that appear extremely difficult may become a lot easier. Obviously, there's teams that don't have stuff to play for. And we see it every year in the last few games of the season. If you are lucky enough to be playing one of those teams that essentially has packed it in for the season, they're wins that you may not have expected if you had played them earlier in the season. So maybe we get that, and that falls our way. Yeah, they're still fighting for autos at the moment, John, and maybe Middlesbrough won't be fighting for autos depending on how Ipswich does, right? So, or Middlesbrough falls off a decent amount, and Ipswich is on fire, and by the time we go to play them, they can't get to autos, and they're just resting their guys for the playoffs. Maybe that's what they do. Either way, I think it's going to be interesting. But I do expect that Coventry won't need the game when we face them. So, Dave, thank you very much for the membership subscriptions. Let's go back. Go back to the stats in the game. they're bringing. Yeah, they're just showing highlights from them in the box. Someone asked before, I believe that is the Macron stand in the area that we typically don't see them, which is that kind of center section. They're always on that right side where the doors opened up and they have the overhang and you can sit outside and go back in. We see them there. I think they're essentially to the left of that in the center of the Macron stand. I think that's where we typically see cameras in this area. So, although maybe you guys know, I'm just guessing. Hello, Tez. Afternoon. 60 gifted total in this match. I know you guys are going crazy today with the gifted subs. Much appreciated. Second half is underway. Hold on. Let me get it going. I'm a little behind, so give me a moment here. Swansea's about ready to kick it off. There we go. They started it according to mine. Shaun is a little ahead of me, so just give me a moment here. I got to fix a couple things. Let me see. Boop. All righty. There we go. I'm going to hold this down for a moment or two here. Shaun will be back shortly, I'm sure. Keeper's taking his time for Swansea. Boots it downfield. Ball's headed out. Yes, the second half has kicked off. Ball's being knocked around at midfield. Worried that Parkey will bring in Rodriguez today. Swansea with it, passing it around. They're back in their own zone. Wrexham is heading into the tech side. Swansea heading towards the cop. Here comes Arthur, comes out, does an awkward slide there to pick the ball up. That was a little scary. Yes, hectic action, definitely. Good description of it, John Olson. I really love when we I think it adds to our momentum, and that the passionate fans in the tech end really make a difference. That may be why we're often better in the second half of games. So, foul by Swansea. Yes, Bets. I wouldn't be surprised if we see both of them. Both of them played well, especially Bailey, I think. Not that I think Smith's playing bad and we want them subbed in, but fresh legs towards the end of the game. We don't want to be playing exhausted. And Smith doesn't, he doesn't take breaks. So, yeah. I think those are reasonable subs that we'll probably see. Although I would expect Windass to come in. Yeah, I'm having a hard time at this distance. The way they keep showing all these extra camera angles, which I love, by the way, but because I happen to, I've been having problems getting Paramount Plus on the television that I have right here to my left. And so I'm watching. Here comes Wrexham coming downfield in the middle, gets pushed over to the right, Broadhead with it, tries to bend it around and just misses. He went far right side post, and he just did not bend it enough. Good play. I think that O'Brien. Not sure who it was. Passed it out wide, and then Broadhead tried to bend it in and just wasn't able to get there. Yeah, it was a good meter wide. Yeah, I mean, if Bailey comes in, it'll be for Smith. If Broadhead comes in, it'll be for a midfielder, probably one of the more offensive ones. We got the man, the myth, the legend. Hold on, Sean. I need to pop you back in here. Give me a second. Boop. You are up, sir. Sean's getting his audio all set up now. He'll be in a second here. You are on the screen, sir.
And we're back. Okay, that was about as fast as I could have gone, I think, without speeding. And Chaim kind of into the back a little bit.
Big dive, trying to get a penalty shot.
It's close. It's close. I mean, the ball was there to play. He went through his back. I'm not saying it's a cardable offense, but is it a foul in the 18-yard box?
He had already lost the ball. It went up over his head.
But it hit him in the chest at the same time the contact was made. At least that's what I believe I saw in the replay. So whether it was going to be playable in any event, I don't know. But that one's close. I felt aggrieved if that was the other way around, right? We're climbing the ladder, right, Bryn? 2,900 members. But we'll take it. 50 minutes, 32 seconds is where I'm at to readjust the scoreboard, as it's going to be collected to the back by Burgess, who gets it to Vigeroux and comes forward. God bless not having VAR.
So yeah. What time do you have right now?
I'm at 50 minutes, 50 seconds now. 50 minutes, 55 in 2-1 now. Swansea with the kickabout. I got to check. No changes. I couldn't see any subs coming in. Wouldn't make sense at halftime. Both teams were in good form. Need to find another one. This is not a game you want to wait until the death, because there's opportunities here all over the place for both sides. I mean, that's been true the first 5 minutes of the second half, but you can let me know if there's been a dramatic change in how the game has been so far. Ronald comes back. It's all the way forward. He's on the inside shoulder, and we're a little bit fortunate there. The ball was high. Didn't allow for Nunez to get up and go and climb the ladder on that one. And Max with a gorgeous little roundabout play and bumps it forward to Smith, who chips around the defender and gets on his horse. Is he going to get a touch? He can't, as it just gets knocked back to Vigeroux by Key, who came back and grabbed it. That's a good question, John. Anyone know if we score more against the Cop or the Tech currently? Pass too heavy, going to go to Thomason. He's going to advance it forward. Broadhead has it. One man to beat. He's going to go to the left-hand side. 9 yards out. Crosses there. Cut back pass. Not really a cross, but just ended up being grabbed by Burgess and stabbed away. And Swansea with it now. 53rd minute. 52 minutes and 20 seconds to be placed now. They're going back and forth. Yes, with it. Left-hand side for Swansea. Galbraith now towards the near side. Ronald taking on Doyle. Broadhead steps in front. Overlap, and Key goes and grabs it. He draws it back. Franco had it, moved it over. Burgess plays it wide side. That's not Nunez. That's Timon, who slid all the way forward. Burgess to Galbraith. 35 yards out, just searching for options and a little bit of casual kickabout as Cabango has it and looks for options over to Key on the near side. Through the middle, split the gap really, really nicely. 18-yard box, turning left-hand side. Here comes, it doesn't take the left footer and instead defers wide side. Galbraith, dangerous and well done by Chaim, who has been absolutely everywhere, getting to the ground to clear that away, as that was an entry into the area. I'm surprised Ronald didn't take that shot and went for the deferral. In any event, cross looking for Vabotnik doesn't get there, and it'll be a throw in 9 yards out. Somebody's got to get Chaim some oxygen here. Nice play there, running forward, and a foul with the grab on the arms by Nunez. Get it out, says John. Vitor Matos. Ogonko back under the restart. Right foot. I'm going to have to watch this whole broadcast back as Broadhead has it 20 yards out, scoops it over to Thompson, 18 yards, crossfar. Oh, Sam Smith's there, but it gets headed up in the air. If he didn't get to that, Sam Smith was in the perfect decision to just look for the looping pass to him, and he couldn't get it. Kluwer grabs it, back pass. Ogonko is going to come to the edge of the area and scoop it over to Doyle. Lets it roll past him, runs onto the ball, and chips it through the air, searching for Broadhead, but it's too heavy. O'Brien with the flyby and missed the tackle all the way through. Dangerous ball. Can Doyle frame out his man? He does, and it's going to go harmlessly for a goal kick. I'm going to have to watch this whole thing back just so I can watch all the interviews because there's such great content and I'm missing it all. It's on. Played short. Thomason had it. Got it to Broadhead. Dances around a man. It's continued. Played forward. Elabotby gets it to Thomason. Back to Broadhead. He's across the mid stripe. Gorgeous interplay to get us this far as Broadhead runs through the middle of the pitch. Gets it around Viner all the way to Kabore. And here come the red jerseys forward. 9 yards. Cross in the air. Too short. Had two red kit far on. And Broadhead gets the rebound. It's come back and he get it over. Rathbone! Down off the ground and easily stopped by Vigeroux. Not a lot of options as far as angle in the limited space, but impressive to get there nonetheless as Rathbone gets in and a little bit of horse collar on Galbraith. Not enough for a foul, but just enough to say, yeah, mule. Key with it. I don't much like it when opposition defense keeper do their jobs. Well, he cut his angle off Deandra and he stood there and stopped it when it came. So you can send your email to Vigeroux, care of Swansea City Football Club. The women have TNS on Sunday. I don't know what kickoff is. I haven't done the graphic for it yet. So I'll take a reminder for that so we can let everybody know. And I was thinking of doing a neutral, but that's now been stripped from consideration because I'll be at a callback with my kid for his first ever large principal role if he can land it. But the good news comes with the bad. He was being held for another commercial, and they've decided to let him go. So mass chaos in my life. Mass chaos on the pitches. Here comes Swansea City. Right-hand side. It's Ronald now, 18 yards. They've got Thomason on him, looking for options. Just into the edge of the area, 9 yards out. Spins back, curls back, draws it back. Galbraith, 21 yards out. 22, running across the middle of the pitch. He's going to move it far side. It gets helped on and carried on, and that's Nunez over left-hand side, and he pulls it back, and Franco has it. Franco played through, misses the pass. And it goes to Ogonko. Did I see the game starting time? No, I didn't. Did it change?
Yeah, to Sunday at noon, I think.
All right. Wide side, Doyle. Left-hand side, looking for Thomason. Thomason and Doyle play a little catch. Thomason's going to keep going forward. 2 men on him, 3 men on him. Loses the ball, but knocks it, and it's going to be a Swansea throw-in. We got subs. Rodriguez isn't exactly supersonic. 3 men. And here come the men that they held on the bench, their regular starters, making their way on is and it's probably Ji Sung. Ji Sung. Midfield, sliding in. Liam Cullen, there you go, the Welshman making his way on. Swansea trying to get a little bit more creative and bringing in some of their bigger guns that they've been holding in reserve. We don't necessarily have bigger guns to pull out and throw out there. So we'll see how this one goes as it advances forward and we look to hold on. Early subs, 57th minute. Maybe that's just because we're so trained to not expect anything to happen until the 65th minute.
Well, maybe they
giveaway.
Maybe they signed Fletcher at half, and he'll come in.
There you go. Kabore moving forward gets framed out. See, well, if Doyle got his, then why isn't the same granted here? Because that's more egregious than the Doyle foul. He ran and blocked off. Like he slid across, shielding him off. Look, he steps in front of him and digs the shoulder into. Why is that not? If Will got calls for the foul, why does he not get called for the same thing? What's the difference between them? Boom. Can you distinguish though the difference between Timon on?
Yeah, that his is a foul and Doyle's wasn't.
Oh, wow, big guns. Rune saying, I agree. Just he wants J-Rod one more chance until he gives Katamatri or DKD the lead striker role. I can understand both arguments. I just don't think I've seen enough from Jay Rodriguez. I think the ship sailed on that. I mean, who's more likely to find it? A 21-year-old full of piss and vinegar but green, or a cagey veteran who's been sitting and chomping at the bit to find some magic?
If the cagey veteran was Fletcher, I would have said Fletcher.
Sure. But I don't think we've seen anything from him. Is left-hand side, Ji Hong cut back pass, looking for it. Oh, he held it up nicely, but Kluworth there with a great read to stand right where it was going and head that away. He's quick, Ji Hong. Yakuye, Malik Jr. Yakuye, the other sub. I don't know how many. He does not a name that rang a bell to me as somebody to look for. I don't know how much time he's had. I'm going to have to look that. That search didn't find him either. Yalkuye. Midfielder. Oh, he's had a fair 782 minutes, 8 starts. So yellow card dished, and I missed out that one as I was looking things up. I don't know. Do I put in this as a sub, Katamatri or Rodriguez, and see what people say? We can always ask the question, right?
Oh, I think Woody asked for a poll for how many points are Wrexham going to get to, and he climbed from 60, up to 75.
I'll put that one in a second. Yeah, see, I think I won't give my answer until I put it up there. So Katamatri or Rodri. I gotta learn how to spell Katamatri.
Just go Bailey.
Katamarturi, and Rodriguez is with a Z, and start the poll. So we'll let the mob make their decision on that one. Throw in for us, left-hand side, Thomason 35 yards out. Not a lot of red kit forward, but he's looking there. He's got Broadhead running towards him. He's going to throw it in, not get the return as Broadhead chests it and leaves it to himself and stripped of it from the young sub, Yalkuye. Doyle has it. Long ball, searching, knocked back down. It's going to get flipped back and forth as Broadhead ends up getting it to LOB, and we've had a little bit of space, but lost it. And LOB on the run for a loose ball. Key going to try and get there first, and it bounces around. We should get the throw in. Well done, LOB. Do we know how Kakache's amputation went? I assume that's why he's MIA. I can tell you that it says that he's anticipated late March of 2026. So we'll have him for at least one game before he re-injures himself for the rest of the season. Thomason with it, scooped, tried to get it to Broadhead, deflected, knocked away. Key grabs it. Rathbone can't knock it down, and it's freed all the way out to Doyle. Thomason, he didn't like the return pass, so he's gone all the way back to Hyam. The press is on. The subs for Swansea all over the pitch right now. The local pundit calls him Squid Boy because his name is reminiscent of calamari. Catamatri. Galbraith with it. He slides it over to the right-hand side. Key. Yakuye. I wouldn't wait too long if we are going to be bringing subs in, just because what we've got is 3 healthy pairs of legs who are busting their hump all over the place. And I'd suggest that we got to make sure that we want them. And John Lane thinking the same thing I am. It's time for a sub as it's now into the box and into the area. Held up. That was Cullen who had it. He's going to swirl back the other way, put back into the box. Broadhead. He tries to get. Oh, woodwork. Did Ogonko get to that, or did that hit the woodwork and go out? Freed up all of a sudden. It came back on a header, and I thought Broadhead was going to be able to cover that. Instead, it was right-footed through by Stamanic. And did that just go straight woodwork? No, it didn't. That was Ogonko with the stave on sit down. So it'll be corner from the right-hand side. Stamanic is talking to Ogonko after the save. Or Cullen is, sorry. Talking to Ogonko after the save. That AO guy, he may have something. That was a save. Far post. Oh, Kabari misses it. You got to clear that and take that opportunity. Instead, we've given it up. 18-yard box. It bounces out. Yalkutre dancing around. Left foot. Misses. Scooped high. And we'll get a throw in. Yakuye misses that one. God damn. Arthur Ogonko. Yakuye had that left side pegged and he just missed it. I don't know. But Ogonko could have. That would have been impressive if that was a target to try and get there. Jesus. Subs are coming. Broadhead out. Is that just Win doing one? Broadhead has had himself a damn game. Windass. I'm hoping he's doing something. Broadhead looks pissed that he was taken out.
He was playing really well. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those he's barely moving out there.
Yeah, Welsh Derby. And they have the metrics and the body stuff, so it also tells you stuff that maybe you get an idea as to where things are at. I think they've gone with 3 subs. We've gone with 1. I would have liked to have seen at least 2 come on. And I don't know if Keeler Dunn would have been an option for Rathbone. I don't know if – do you trust Bailey for 20? I don't know if you do. You got Longman in reserve if you need to bring him on either side. And even if you wanted to take a midfielder out, you could always slide Thomason in. So we'll see how it goes as it's now Swansea with the ball. That was Stamanic with it. He who had the opportunity saved by Ogonko earlier, searching for the right-hand side that I thought hit the woodwork originally because it bounced off of Ogonko's hand so hard that it looked like it just bounced off the frame. The frame, for whatever reason, there's a lot of social media angst from around the championship about how training pitch-like our nets are because of the white framing around the bottom of the nets. But Spetsno says, I trust Bailey for 20. He played decently against us early in the year. Yep. Who came on for Broadhead? Mr. Windass.
So what's the problem? There's something about the bottom of the net that they don't...
The white framing at the bottom of the net, and typically not there, and it's just net that goes down and doesn't have the big white boxy appeal. It looks like training pitch goal. Makes us look Bush League.
The look makes us look Bush League. That's what I'm
to understand. Yep.
Wow.
"69 minutes, 21 minutes of two squads taking punches at each other. 1-0 makes sense, but if this was 5-4, we'd be sitting there just saying, man, the goalkeeping's been suspect. But there's been a lot in this. Yakuye with it, midfield stripe, looking to dance forward, left-hand side, Galbraith. He's now got 3 center backs right as he cuts through the center and he decides to bypass all of them, and it gets flicked back in any event. And that's Cabango over to Key, and it's going to come all the way back to Vigeroux, and the minute goes off the clock with the ball at Swansea players' feet, but in their own half. So they search and opt for the long ball forward, looking for Ji-sung, and it's Max lets it go and it roll away to Ogonko. Doyle, Thomason through the middle. O'Brien, not a good first touch, so he's got to curl back and find some options, and he does, and he releases through Max Kluworth, who's going to go long through the right side of the pitch. Can't find Sam Smith, and Galbraith grabs it and runs backwards and collect. Yakuye doesn't like his option. Yakuye and Ji-sung have a pace and an agility. Like their first move, they seem to go from 0 to full speed really quickly as that one mishanded Galbraith and gets cleared out. Oh, it doesn't get cleared out. Kabore keeps it in and it deflects, and it's going to find him over on the right-hand side. Gets stabbed out, and it'll be a throw-in 35 yards away. So most saying they put their faith in Catamatri over Rodriguez, and the other one was Thomason lays it up, left footer, Doyle searching right post, and he can't get it. That was kind of a, is that a shot? Is that a pass? Was that? And it misses on both. Let's go back to the poll, and let's say, how many points do we get, or how many points do we need?
Well, I'm not sure what he was saying, whether he thinks we're going to get. Yeah, I don't know which one he was shooting for. I think everyone thinks 75 is needed. So how many we're going to get?
So 75 plus and clearly safe. 75 plus and probably safe. Had an option 73 plus, dangerous. 71 or less and clearly out. I think that's what it is. Hyam with it. He's got it to Kluworth. Kluworth on the right-hand side. Scooped up. Goes far. And what do we call there? Was that an offside that he came back and played? Kabongo screaming at his teammates to hurry up and get it in. They call it a foul, I guess, as they put it down and play quick. Oh, he was asking about sub-timing, not points. Oh, well, we got that one. Key, Yakuye. He draws it back. Kabongo through the middle of the pitch and well cut out by Viner. And if he got rid of that ball, I think he had an option for Windass through the middle, but he held up on it. And O'Brien has it. He gets tripped up or flops. That might have been a flop by Stamenish, and we'll get a chance to play it. I don't know why Rathbone wants to play it so quickly. No need. No. Why are we playing quick? Why are we playing quick? Smith trying to get to it. Can't. It's going to be Sam Smith commits the foul, jumping on the back of Kabongo. Brendan, can you tell me why are we doing this?
Playing quick?
Yeah.
I don't know. Trying to make something happen. I think we've been struggling a little bit here in this second half, so maybe he's just trying to quick it to catch them off guard.
Stamenic off. Who is this coming on? Looked like Fulton. No, it wasn't. Woodell? Melker Woodell? The thing that, like, if we had an opportunity to go quick because we had them out of position or our men too far forward and there was an opportunity to potentially take advantage of a number situation, I would have gone for it, right? Somebody who wasn't picked up, maybe go for it. But I don't understand where they've got lots of people back. Why we'd end up going for it is that one goes straight out and we'll take a throw in 32 yards. All that free kick time. And they wasted more time on that free kick and with the sub than we probably would have got if the foul hadn't been given. So we'll take that as Viner chests it down. A little heavy, though, and it's going to bounce all the way back to Ogonko, who's just going to thump it through the middle of the pitch. It's not something we see often. Well said by Bren. Not something we see often, but this is what not parking the bus looks like, I guess. Okay. Can't accuse us of
not parking
the bus. Not parking. This is non-parking.
Not parking.
Yeah. I'm happy for the center back kickabout as that makes it all the way from Kabango to Key before it gets returned to Kabango. Yakuye, he's got it now. He's going to run through the middle of the pitch and he's going to defer back to Kabango. The press is on. Back to Vigiroux. And we're going the right way. Deandra subs. And now I'm hungry. Yakuye, they're going to cross the midfield stripe. Calbraith, long searching ball over to the sub that had just come in that I think is the guy who starts with W, Waddell. Save, grabbed, Ogonko. Nothing in that. Don't have to worry about it. Waddell. Ogonko just goes out and grabs and collects and does what we've been asking all season. And if he's added that to his repertoire, then we're in good head. 75 minutes. Squeaky bum time.
Don't criticize Arthur. Bryn's in a mood today.
Looking for a little bit of pucker power. Right hand side. Advance forward by G. Middle. Looks for the return pass from G Song. He's going to run onto it. 6-yard backs. Cut back pass. I am who's there all day long. Broadhead, Rathbone, Hyam, Ogonko, like you can go through the list in this one, and there's arguments for all of them for man of the match. Ji Song's going to grab it 9 yards out. He's going to look to try and get it into the box. Does he have long throw? He's lined up, the little man, as though he's got the capacity to get it there. Near post, headed back out. Ji Song going to try and collect. He gets his boot to it. Keaton draws it back. Is it going to be intercepted? It's not. It's around him, but well done. Rathbone knocking just enough of it to be able to keep it dead there. Handball. Red card. That's a red card. That's a red card. It has to be a red card. You call the handball, and you saw that we were going forward. He's got yellow out. No. Clear goal-scoring opportunity. There was nobody behind him. That was a dog so.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That's a dog so. Because that gets past him, and that's a red. That's got to be a red. Not too far away from goal. That's an obvious direct goal opportunity. It gets past him, and there's only one man who can get it, and he's all the way free in. I don't care that it happened in the middle of the pitch. Foul there. They say Yakuye goes down quickly. He's going to play it quickly. No, it wasn't red. It was yellow. We say it should have been red. I say it should have been red. Question with the dog so is it has to be a direct goal scoring opportunity, and the question that they have when it's that far away, I think there's two questions with it. Clear foul, clearly a yellow, is can you call a dog so at the middle of the pitch? And there are people in the camp that say you can't because it's too far away from goal. You can't call it a direct goal scoring opportunity in any circumstances where it happens in the middle of the pitch. I say bull. If you've got our guy's in position, he's onside, and he's his way to go and play at the ball, and he's the last man available. And if the no handball occurs, right? Timon clearly botched it and had to get his hand on it, so he did. And so that's to me is what is the only outcome that could have occurred, but for for the hand on the ball, a direct goal scoring opportunity. So it's a red. The other option that you can say is you could say that there was enough of a push from Windass that it made it look like the handball inappropriate, but it was slightly aided by the conduct of Windass trying to get to the ball. And that one maybe has a little bit of substance to it for me, but not enough. That would have been a red for me, and I would have expected it the other way. Kabore gets it in. Oh, almost an own goal there. That was a dangerous one. That was put forward by Burgess, I believe, headed back towards goal and just missed 2 feet wide. When it works, it's brilliance. When it doesn't, it's a laughable offense. But instead, it's just going to be a corner as Kabore served that one up nicely, and we'll look to get some set magic. 79 minutes and 30 seconds. Lewis O'Brien, left foot in swinger from the far side, the right side. Suck this one into the back of the net, tech end. Pull that ball in there. Short ball. Back out. LOB. He's got it out to Rathbone. He's 25 yards out. He's not going to be able to play. He can play left footer. And it's lifted up, and he hikes his shorts up to his belly button in protest after he missed that one. Subs, Parky. Almost pleadingly to finish it out, please. 10 minutes plus added time left in this one. Pucker power, folks. Everybody do your bit. Forwarded on. Galbraith is going to get that. He's got Sam Viner chasing him down, forces him to defer back, and oh, God. Soft. Free kick from 35 yards out. Officials saying bring it over here. I guess we're waiting for the 85th minute. I mean, I'm happy to see Katamarchri come in, and he can come in if you want to keep Sam in, pull Rathbone out. Like, either or works for me. We just need a buzzsaw up front. We need a buzzsaw up front, and I wouldn't mind seeing Brunt or even Scar come in. Not put an extra one of them in the midfield. Take out maybe not LOB, but maybe Viner. Brunt for Viner and swap LOB to the right side as it's put into the set piece area. It's a free kick. It's up. It's available inside the area. Galbraith is going to knock it down. Deflected left foot. Banged around. Still loose 6 yards, and it's shot wide. Right-hand side. Missing by about 4 feet. Yakulye with the opportunity, and he blasts that to the right of the goal. As it came down, just couldn't clear it. Ball's hovered around the 6-yard box, and then it gets tapped out twice. Comes back to the area, gets freed out, and Yakulye is there open and just stabs it wide. Oof. Left foot goes wide. Scottish Viking Jesus with the slick back hair on the right-hand side and no man bun. John, you are a stinky pants. Sub Swansea, no more windows left. Timing off Walta in. Headed out, headed on. We got a Swansea player on the deck, so it's going to get blown down. And Calbongo's protesting with the official as Key's trying to get up. No subs left, so he's going to suck it up. But guess what? He's cured. Yakulye advances it on. Hyam's there. Ogonko says, I got it. Just wait. Let him come to you and pick it up. Take your time. You haven't taken a yellow card. You can go ahead and take one. Subs, Parky, subs. Ryan, are we allowed to swap players out too? Ooh, that was weak. They have a problem with Sam Smith framing people out. Jesus. This maybe one of the softer free kicks we've seen all season long.
Wow, that was soft as baby shit. That
was no way I can say that other like what the hell. I'm happy to have the ball down here. Galbraith finally collects it and looks to move forward. And he's going to step past the middle stripe. Windass over to the right-hand side trying to stop him, but it goes back to Galbraith. They're just inching forward little by little. Flat pass across the pitch. That's got to be the new I don't recognize his runaround style. Cleared out by Hyam. Walta, 21. That's who it is. Subs, Katamatri coming in for Mr. Smith. Sam, you got to recognize when the sub's coming and get to the opposite side of the pitch or right in the middle so that there's more of a walk. He's 10 feet away from the sides. And so we make the fastest switch that anybody's ever made up by a goal with 5 minutes left. Kabango with it. Katamatri out on him. One window left if we want to use it, and we will use it as it's through the middle of the pitch. Oh, what the hell was that? Free kick given. That's soft as baby shit too. Does he get him with anything? Oh, he had his hands up and Vabotnik ran into it. Like that. He runs forward and in slowing himself down, his hands go up and Vabotnik comes over and runs into him. So this dangerous free kick territory, not enough that it would have to be a worldie to be on goal. So I don't think that they'll go straight on. No wall, just a one-man wall being set up by Rathbone.
This is the spot that Dobson always gives up fouls late in the game.
Ji Song, he's got to pass this. Ji Song doesn't have the boot to take this on goal. It's far collected by Ogonko. Don't know what that intent was. That wasn't hard enough to be a shot. It was too heavy to be to anybody threatening, and Arthur gets it underway quickly. Why? It keeps saying, waste some time, guys. We suck at this, and we need to drill ourselves. Windass tried to go to the corner flag, didn't bring the ball with him, and now Waddell had it. Gets it over. Oh, battle there, and Thomason ekes out an extra possession. Let's move forward. Rathbone, 18-yard box. He's got two. Katamatri, get him your first far post. Windass too far forward. Kabori's going to go and grab it 4 yards out instead. White jersey's back. Put the pressure on him. Find it. Katamatri can't get up there and head the ball in. Just got a touch on it, and it's going to get cleared by Swansea. And can we put it back into the mixer and apply some pressure? O'Brien, that's a foul. Slowly, folks, slowly. Take a breath. Settle down. Have yourselves a nice cup of tea. Get the brew going, folks. LOB over the ball, waiting for the ref to get the chalk out. Nobody's in a rush. They're lining up the wall. He's taking a step back from the ball, and the whistle blows. 6 jerseys along the line. Instead, it's played short. Thomason, he's going to serve it up from the far side. Dangerous ball, headed down. Scores! Doyle finds it. Don't take the direct, draw it back, change the angle. Doyle goes delayed, finds a gap, and we're up 2-0. 87th minute. The best defense is the best offense. I hurt my ear in the excitement of that one, so I'm not going to hear you for a second, Brendan. Yanking my... Ouch! Whoo! That's how you do it. Grab it up. That was gorgeous. Just played forward. Thomason has it, and just the delayed little run, and you could see there was a gap with 2 red kit in there, and it was both Hyam and Doyle who had lots of space and lots of time between the white kit. Bam! Oh, and he was going far post, and it actually, I think, did that hit a player and come the other way? Going to have to see it on the replay. Headed down, and it did. It got brought back.
It did. He hit it down into a Swansea guy's foot.
That's Cullen, the Welshman, having his say on the Welsh derby. 2-0. Brendan, what did you see? How was that?
Yeah, I don't know that was going to go in. I can't see the angle. It might have gone wide, but it goes off the Swansea player's leg from the header from Doyle. Great cross, tremendous service from Thomason.
It was gorgeous. 88th minute. How much added time are we getting? We haven't had a lot of fouls, but we've had 3 subs and we've had a goal. 20, blah, 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 what are we saying? 4 minutes probably right, but I think they'll go to 5. What do you think?
I don't know. It shouldn't be more than 4, but they always give it way more than they should. Like what was the wasted time? 2 minutes, maybe. So you double it to 4 because it's at the end of a game. But no one seems to like to give only 4 minutes.
Yeah, there's no injury time. There's just been the fouls. There's been the goal. There's been 3 subs.
Yeah, I just don't. There's no reason for it to be 5, but you're right. It probably will be. It shouldn't be more than 4.
Onquo throws it over to the far side. It gets headed out, and we'll get a throw in 35 yards out. Ball boys just don't seem to move quite as fast when we're up 2-0 in the dying minutes. Yeah, except when you get a really bad ref like we did in the last match. Thomason, he's going to try and throw it in, see if we can hold it in the corner. It gets LOB gets it. Rathbone, he's going to play it forward. Katamatri, can he keep it in? He can. He's going to cross right in front of the goal. Kabore. Katamatri hustling down the line, and I didn't think he could do anything with it. Was able to turn that into an offensive play. We got a flop. Referee doesn't play it, and they're still going at it, and Kabore grabs it, and now it's whistle blows, and then a pull down after the whistle. That's a yellow, potentially a red. Like, that's way after the whistle. That's got to get a card. That late after the whistle and nothing for it? Jesus, cheap. I don't get that one at all. Like, you hear the whistle going tweet, tweet, tweet,
yell
tweet,
at
tweet,
Kabore
tweet,
for getting thrown to the ground after the whistle.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Bad, Issa Kabore. Oh, they're making out all over the place.
+5. Absolute horseshit.
I want to know what they're saying. I missed that, but they made the announcer. Sorry, 5 minutes. Is that what you're saying? Horseshit?
Yeah, absolute horseshit. +5.
I want to go back on the replay button during that and see what the statement was from Rob and Ryan, because they were making out in the crowd. They were watching the monitors. Looking to add a nail to the coffin of Swansea seeds and is Wrexham AFC here. See this thing home in 3.5 minutes as Song though has it and goes to the right-hand side. Cross, middle. Hyam there again. Dom Hyam is having himself a master class as Kabore jumps over top of his fallen defender, and he's going to grab it. Is he going to thump it down or run with it? He's going to run with it. Holds it back on the sideline, and he's going to possess it and just draw it back to Mr. Cleworth. Cleworth delivers it down the line. 2 red kit there. Windass, Katamatri can't get to it, and it's going to come back, and we'll get a throw in. Easy as this pulling the life out of the game. Ryan to Rob. Wrexham's looking like a proper championship side, wouldn't you say, Ryan? Have it a laugh for it. Vijaru has it. 2.5 minutes to go. He's advanced himself 25 yards away from goal, and he's going to deliver it to the left side of the pitch. It's headed on, lost. Kabore, he's going to have some time and space, and he's just going to thump it up in the air. And it's thumped again, and it's left for Katamatri to go and try and chase it down. He's getting well done for laying up on that one, just couldn't get back to it in time. As Yakulye has it. Here they come. Song, 9 yards into the box, into the area. Thomason on him, dancing towards goal line, crossed out in front. Knocked down. Lewis O'Brien thumped down the pitch. Bailey left to go and chase down this one. He's going to hold up and take his time. I love that they've got a camera angle just showing the crowd celebrating, because we don't get to see this. As they come, Lewis O'Brien knocks it down. He gets pulled down, no call, bounces forward, and he's going to get a second chance for a clear and can't. Minute and 40 seconds left in the added time, and it's coming forward now. 18-yard box, and that's a flop if I've ever seen one. Doyle standing there again. I guess if you're going to give it fouls for running into him, you're going to do it there. As Vopotnik now in the area, he dances and throws himself to the ground feet first. That was embarrassing. Eun-Ji Song has it, the left-hand side. Yakulye dances forward. It gets deflected, but Yakulye picks it up again. Running forward over to Eun-Ji Song. Dangerous cutback pass. And cleared. Oh, boy. We got red people down on the side. One looked like he took a shot. Whistle blowing. Was that Rathbone? Rathbone goes down and he gets oh, no, it was Chaim who went over top. And Chaim took some time getting up, but he looks to be fine. 50 seconds left, corner from the near side, the right side. It'll be a right-footed out swinger coming delivered up by Swansea. Right-footed out swinger, far post, up headed, still there to grab. Windass goes, stabs it forward. LOB runs out, is 35 yards away from goal. 30 seconds left as it's on the feet of Waddle, and he tries to get it there, and Viner gets a boot on it, goes straight up in the air and comes straight back down. Waddell loses it. On the front foot, still going, and it goes out. And Lewis O'Brien, you got to call that a foul. That's enough contact. Like, he didn't dive. He was trying to run down the line. He was prohibited from running down the line because he took so much contact. Don't matter. 6 seconds. Swansea throwing it in. It's cut backwards. They're going the wrong way. Referee, just blow it down, and he does.
Scored.
3 points on the board. A clean sheet for Ogonkwo. Hugs for Robin and Ryan on the screen. Brendan, I'm sending you a hug through the camera. How's that one? How's that one? I feel like we're being left out here to celebrate. Smiles all over the place. That was a hell of a fucking football game. I don't know what to say. What did you see, Brendan? Tell me about it.
As a hell of a game. Swansea should be commended. They played hard. They were aggressive. They just couldn't finish it in the end. A large thanks to Chaim and Ogonkwo. Yeah, I just think it was a really good effort. Needed. It was crucial, and we came through. The 2 goals is super nice as well. I think that the goal difference could come into play. With Southampton, if we ended up with the same record, and now that gets us within 1 goal for them. So
the race up the standings continues. Just as far as what's going to be happening this weekend, I kind of would love to watch and have a neutral watch game. I can't do it. I don't know if you want to, and I'm happy to defer to you to figure that one out. Should it be, pick your poison, but I'm not obligating you on commitments otherwise. Just as a reminder of games that are going to happen, Millwall is going to be at home to Blackburn tomorrow. Ipswich Town is at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Hull City at home to West Brom. That's the 20th, the 24th, and the 21st place teams in the standings. I guess that's prior to doing the games on Tuesday, so it might have changed somewhat. But bottom of the table teams in any event. Derby County, they've got Portsmouth. That's 19, and Southampton has Coventry at 1. So let's hope Coventry, their goals for 77. They lead the league. Let's hope they beat the absolute pants off of Southampton. It'll be in Southampton. But let's hope that's a high-scoring thump by Coventry. But really, this is about looking for shocks tomorrow, because what we can kind of expect is everybody around us should win. We're back at it on Tuesday in what is a big match against Watford. And I'll get to the women here. I'm not ignoring them. I'm just looking to get to Wrexham and get to the matches. Thanks, so 12:45 kickoff. 12:45 kickoff on Tuesday against Watford. And as far as they're concerned, because I didn't have their game up, other than you've got Southampton, Derby, Watford, Birmingham, Swansea, all at 52. Swansea's played one game than us. Birmingham will be one more game after they're done against Birmingham. Is at what point do you say you're falling out? They're 8 points out of the playoffs. You look at 9 games left. You're looking at 1.7, 1.6, 1.5. I just think that it's unless they get help from us, they shouldn't enter into the equation. As it sits, that gap looks pretty sexy. And if Coventry can knock out Southampton, and we're at 37 points and 6 points clear, we're in a very good position. Do you want to do stats? Do you want to? Where do we want to go next here before we wrap? I haven't looked at the chat either for a while.
Yeah, I got the stats up. I believe the Coventry Southampton game is in Coventry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was looking at my chart, which would mean I'm deficient in making sure it's clear. It is in Coventry. Good. So fill the net. Absolutely thump the tar.
I just think that means it's more likely that Coventry could
potentially put up a bundle.
Yeah.
Just while I'm at it and we're talking about it, if you want to look around with the two that we added today, we're now at 10 on the goal differential. That has us 1 behind Southampton. That has us 4 up on Hull City. We're not going to catch Ipswich, who's seen ahead, and we're even with Millwall. We're ahead of Watford. We're ahead of Brum. We're ahead of Swansea, if those are teams that you think are still in it. And so let's go back and look at the stats here on this one. Should be pretty even, I would think. 34%, 66% in possession. That surprises me on first blush. But the XG, 0.93 to 0.8. Total shots on goal, 11-10. Shots on target for them, 3-2. Led that. Big chances for each were 1-1. They missed theirs. We didn't miss ours. Accurate passes, they had 511 passes, and I don't know that they had a lot of possession, I'm curious of passes in the opposition half. Well, 226 to 119, and they seem to look to build to find a hole where we seem to be giddy up and go. Touches in the box, 26 to 16. That just sort of tells you who the man of the match should be. Options available. I mean, Ogongo, Broadhead, Doyle, Hyam. I thought Rathbone had himself a game. Let's go back to the chat and see. You guys feel free to make your comments. Oh, and we got a sub coming in from our super chat from Mr. Reese. Thank you for that one. Red card for sure.
Arthur, FOTMob gave him an 8-5.
8-5. That's he made 2 big saves that were probably more likely than not goals, if not there, especially the Vobotnik one in the first half. The one from not Akuye, was from number 6. Because I can see the shot in my mind's eye, but I can't remember the name. Stamanic, who came forward where he had to get low, and I thought it went off the woodwork. Those are 2 grade A opportunities that he knocked down. Plus, he had one on an offside. So I'll put the poll in there.
What do lava monsters do?
Sorry, you'll have to repeat that, Walter.
What does lava monsters do?
What do lava monsters do?
Yeah.
They burn you because it's fire.
But excuse me, can I see I'm a lava monster on the
I'll show you a lava monster later. I can do that. Ask a question. Man of the match. We're going to go with, I should do it in alphabetical order just to be fair and make sure my bias doesn't show. Dom Hyam. Doyle, Hyam, Ogonkwo.
And Lava Monster.
And the Lava Monster. Oh, I got to put Broadhead in, don't I? Hold on.
Yes.
Ogonkwo.
Yeah.
Hyam. And we're going to get an education on lava monsters and what they do after this one. Start the poll. We'll cue that up. The women's match, I wanted to just grab that. TNS, Brendan and Deandra will be here on Sunday, 7 a.m. Pacific. So that's 10 a.m. Eastern. Makes it a 3 a.m. kickoff.
Excuse me? Can I put those headphones
Yeah, you
on?
can listen to them. Here you go. Go this way. Close that up, and you can sit here.
Yay!
How's that?
Hello.
Get here.
You can hear. How many points will Wrexham have? 50% say 75 plus and probably safe. 29% was 77 and clearly safe. Wow. And then we have the pessimists. 15% say dangerous territory, and 6%, I'm going to assume that's Mr. Wood with the the jinx saying 6% and clearly out. Where did you put the point total?
I said 75 and probably safe.
Yeah, I probably should have said I think 74 is enough, and that's where I've got us now after losing the 3 points. So 74, 75. We'll be close there. It's been a good one. I've got stuff that I need to do here in my world, including some work things. And so I'm going to jump on that and go and take care of everything. Enjoy the weekend. We won't be here tomorrow. Check the local pundit. They may have something tomorrow. Otherwise, we will be here Sunday with the women's match and Tuesday on the road to Watford.
And since you're going to be busy tomorrow, it would be great if the thumb for Sunday was up so that I didn't stress out.
I could do that, but part of me really, really likes the panic that you have in Massachusetts when I leave. And when there was the one on Tuesday, I think I didn't do it until Tuesday morning.
I know.
As far as performance goes, maybe that was the jinx. So women's match on Sunday, 7:00, John. And enjoy the weekend. Things are looking good. We're cheering for the underdogs all weekend long. Looking for Blackburn Rovers to find something against Millwall. Sheffield Wednesday to get their second win of the season at home against Ipswich, or for West Brom to be a bother at home against Hull City. Take care, everybody. This one's been fun. Have yourself a good one. Canada versus USA baseball quarterfinal of the World Baseball Championship. Have a good one.
Up the town.